What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Don. We are back with another video. Thanks as always for all the support on the channel. I see the views going up as usual. This is my second channel. This is the talks version of my channel. I'm also have a sports channel as well. I'm gonna put the link in the description for that. Make sure you check out my last video about Tory Lanez if you're interested. I got a couple of videos on that, as well as some other topics. But today we got to talk about the presidency. And I know, I said that I wasn't really going to make a video on politics, and I'm not. But considering the day, I figure it was only right to make at least one video or so just to give my thoughts and my talk about all of this. And of course, this channel is called Real Talks with Don. So who am I not to give a real talk on a day as covered as this one? Um, what I'm gonna tell you is that no matter who the president is, it doesn't change your life. It doesn't change your life. For or against Biden, for or against Trump. And I just feel like people need to understand that the only real way for you to gain success is to work for it yourself. You can't really rely on other people to bring success to your life or somehow have policies in place for you that will make you a millionaire or make all your troubles go away with your family or just the overall flow of your life is not going to change no matter who sits in that office. Now, of course, you might have certain personal preferences with the two candidates that you either like or dislike, and maybe now you sleep better at night or you sleep worse. And I'm not really for the nuances of that. I'm gonna let you make up your own mind as far as that goes. But for me personally, that's really how I feel about it. I think most of the successes that I've so far accomplished in my 26 years on the earth is just by putting my head down and working as hard as I can to try and get somewhere. And I think effort is what led me to this place where now I feel like I'm getting where I need to be, even though I'm nowhere close to what I have envisioned for my life. As I'm watching the CNN broadcast, and people are outside with shirts and voting. Not voting, but they're outside with shirts and they're dancing, singing, and I just think that I'm African American, so the way I see it is that nobody is gonna change our position in the world or whatever like that. It has to come from you. It has to come between the people and each other. But in short, what I will say one thing about the President Trump. He's still president until he's out of the office officially, and until a couple months. Um, I think the character that he brought to the office is something that will be remembered forever, and not necessarily in a good way. And I know that a lot of people complain about everything being so PC nowadays. I think he has a lot to do with that. I think he kind of made it cool to just say the weirdest, craziest things. And I don't care for either side. I'm going based on what was actually done. I don't support any positions. That's not what my channel is for. I'm not here to really make political stances. Just as an observer, if I observe, the times that he did say racist things, all of a sudden it was cool to say it. And then it went from him saying it to somebody going into a Starbucks and saying that he doesn't feel like people can speak Spanish in the Starbucks. You know, and there's something to be said for that. You got to have a certain character if you want people to follow you ultimately. And I think that's one of the reasons for his defeat. You know, in the end, people found out what he was, and this is who he was. That being said, I think the only reason that Trump really did lose is because more people ended up voting than last time. Because I truthfully thought that he was going to win again. You know, in the grand scheme of things, 4 years went by, and if you ask yourself on facts, what really changed? Nothing really changed. I mean, apart from me, like personally going to school or something like that, you know, nothing personally really changed for me. Like his policies aren't really going to affect the average person. It might affect you if you have a business or something like that along those lines, or you're doing something with your taxes and you happen to be in that bracket that it benefits you. Otherwise, these things will not influence your life, you know? And that's the unfortunate part about it, because I do think that as what the Republican Party was, I do think that Republican Party um, have had really good ideas back in the day, and until this guy, President Trump, really got in there, and he kind of just made it more about dividing people than trying to like unite people. And I don't care for him much, and neither do I care for Joe Biden, because, back in his day, he was fighting for all types of criminal um, reform bills that were hurting many African American people at the time. So at this point, for me, it's a lesser of the two. So Joe Biden wins because of the overwhelming response of what was going on. You know, but I do think that for the most part, if you reflect on the things that were happening, there were a lot of people that were being targeted who, from policies that President Trump was making, that didn't necessarily make sense. If you're gonna target Muslim people, you're gonna target immigrant people, people who just want to work hard and stuff like that. You know, and in the end, it cost a lot of trouble, and for many, too much. So that's how he will go out now. You know, but I want to make this video to just let you guys know that if you think about waking up tomorrow in the next couple of days and think there's going to be some whole renaissance coming your way, you're going to be surprised, or maybe not, if you already realize this, that nothing really changes. This changes nothing. If you're African American, you're still going to have your battles. If you're middle class, you're still going to have your middle class battles. Even if you're somebody that has money, but a lot of people don't realize people with money has their own type of issues. Whether it's family, whether it's life, you don't know. So everybody goes through their own stuff. A president can't fix that for you. Only you can fix that. But what I will say, I think for most people's mental peace, in the end, I think now that President-elect Biden is in the office, I think it will give people more mental peace. You know, I think some people are tired of the constant back and forth. Because even if you are a Republican, it doesn't mean that you can't sit with a Democrat. It doesn't mean if you sit across from somebody that the person has to be racist or say these things. You don't control what people do or what people say, so you can only have the people that you want to have in your life. But there's something to be said for somebody weighing down on people's health, and I think in the end, even people who are Republican will ultimately tell you that. As far as the voting goes, is it rigged or not? Ah, who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I can't prove it. Can you prove it? If you can prove it, go ahead. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to prove that. All I'm trying to do is focus on my goals for 2021, and move on forward with that. And I will make more videos about, motivation and believing and attaining things in your life that you've seen in your dreams, because I do believe in the law of attraction. But that's a different video. I just wanted to put this out there today because I saw people celebrating so much like we're about to win $1 million each. And I tell you that life is still going to be hard for all of us. We still got this virus, quote unquote, going on. We don't know when this thing is over. I'm expecting us to go back into a whole lockdown not too long from now. But I might make another video on that as well. But let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section. It's your boy Don. As always, thank you guys for watching, listening, supporting. I really do appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. I see the channel going up, and I just see people leaving comments, likes, and subscriptions. So I really do appreciate that. But for now, it's your boy Don. I will see y'all next time, man. And, oh, don't forget to subscribe to the sports channel as well. I'll put that in the link below, like I said in the beginning. But for now, it's your boy Don. And peace. I'm out.